Hey everybody, and welcome back to 3cog. This is going to be a little bit different. We're going to call this 3cog Cooks. So this is my recipe for a grilled, like barbecue grill, boneless chicken thigh. So I've never done a cooking video on my YouTube channel. Obviously, most of my videos are about other stuff. If you guys don't want to see cooking videos, then thumbs down the video. If you like seeing cooking videos as well as everything else I do, then thumbs up and leave a comment saying you want more of it. It's whatever. So just trying it out. So boneless, skinless chicken thighs, 2 packages. It's about 5.5 pounds of meat, and I put it into a Ziploc bag. Korean style barbecue sauce. I actually prefer the name brand version of this, which I cannot remember, but I'll leave a link below. I'll leave links for everything, as always. And if you use the links, I make like 20 cents. Sesame seeds and garlic powder. So that is it for the marinade. And I'm going to marinate this for about 6 hours before it goes onto the grill. So first things first, I like garlic, so I always do a good hit of garlic powder. Sorry for the dead time there, and a good hit of minced garlic. I love the minced garlic in a jar because it's so much less work than cloves of garlic. So just a big old, I'm going to do 2 big old spoonfuls. So that, and then just dump in 1 bottle of this. So now, because of the thickness of that, I want to thin it out a little. I'm going to give it a good hit of apple cider vinegar. The brightness of the vinegar helps cut the sweetness of the barbecue sauce as well. Okay, and press it down, get as much air out as possible. Zip her up and massage to combine. So this is actually really important. You need to have complete coverage on the meat. Like, you want to make sure that it's all the nooks and crannies, completely covered. I actually forgot something. So this is Sakuan Pepper, that's salt and spice blend. This stuff's delicious. I love pepper. So just a bunch of that, probably about 2 teaspoons, but I don't really measure things when I cook. Baking, of course, is different, but I don't really bake that much. But when I'm cooking, I just throw together what I think sounds good. Alright, I'm just going to work this around some more. Alright, so now it's all coated. This is going to go into the fridge, and I'll pull it out of the fridge about an hour before I start cooking it. So I'll be bringing you guys back then. Alright, so it's been about 5.5 hours since I mixed this, and I consider this to be the minimum amount of time to marinate. This would do much better with a day or even 2 days of marinating like this. But it is really well mixed up. And I pull it out so that it can get close to room temperature, not actually to room temperature, you know, like you want a steak. But I just let this sit out now, warm up a little bit. And it'll sit for about 45 minutes or an hour. And then it goes on to the grill. Alright, real quick talk about my outdoor equipment. I am going to be using a chimney starter, which is on top of my turkey fryer right now. That's how I get it going. And I'm going to get that charcoal going. That's natural chunk charcoal. But I'm actually going to be using wood to cook the chicken. And I'm going to be using a combination of apple and hickory wood. And there'll be links for the wood I'm using as well. And then this is my grill and grate. It's just a regular medium-sized Weber. The only thing special about it is the grate itself. As you can see, the ends flop up so you can add wood, which is really nice. And the middle picks out. So once the fire gets going, I'm going to clean it all up with a regular grill cleaning brush. And we'll go from there. So just a little bit of charcoal over a turkey fryer, and that charcoal will be ready to go in no time. It's been about 3 minutes since I lit this, and it's got about another 2 minutes and it's ready to go in the grill. Alright, so I just dumped the charcoal into the grill. Like I said, that big old opening in the middle helps. And now I'm just going to add some wood. So that was apple. This is hickory. It's just a flavor blend that I think works well with chicken. Just a bit more, so we're just going to leave that until everything is going, and yeah. So the wood's burning, and I'm keeping it to that side because I'm going to feed it from that opening as I need to, and I'm going to keep this side, this is going to be my cooking area, so I'm going to be doing kind of direct and indirect cooking at the same time. Pro tip, you can use the scraper to move that centerpiece. So we're just going to let all the metal heat up, and then standard grill scraping, go over everything. We're going to let it heat up first. As the metal heats up, start cleaning the grill. You want a grill scraper that's got these edges right here, so you can get up and run the length of the pieces. So that's good to cook on. We're going to give that a little bit more time to burn down. Then I'm going to add more wood on that side, and then the chicken goes down. So because I'm going for heat coming from that side, I've got that side opened up, and I'm just adding some more chunks of wood on that side. So that as that burns down to coals, that'll continue to burn, and I'm going to get good heat from that edge. I'm sure somewhere someone tells you you've got to wear gloves when doing this. And, okay. So I'm staying towards the back. And I'll actually put pieces of chicken over each other. Some people say it's overcrowding. I don't know. This is how I do it. You do it your own way. Knock yourself out. Just getting some heat on it. So chicken's on, and then I just take the remainder of the sauce, which is not that much compared to what y'all saw me put into the bag. Just go over it. Just like that. And then we cover. So yeah, I forgot to mention, I've had this grill forever, like 10 years, and the handle fell off last time I used it. So now I've just got a piece of wire run through it to act as a handle, which will work fine, as long as I have some kind of hot pad. But not bad service for something that's like $150 and has lasted 10 years. And as you can tell by the cover, I don't ever cover it up or anything like that. So that's pretty much exactly what I'm looking for. Got some smoke happening. This stuff is just barely starting to cook. And I'm just gonna flip it all over. So good smoke on that side, good pile of meat on this side. Cover goes back on. So as you can see, there's a good amount of smoke coming off of it, which is great for flavor. But I also know that I'm hot enough inside the grill, because when I take this off, that's going to turn into fire pretty quickly. And there's the fire on the back edge. So now we're just flipping chicken. So just moving everything around. Moving everything around is going to help it from sticking to the grate as well, which is always an issue with the boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So now I'm going to cover it back up. And all that fire is going to turn right back into smoke. There we go. So we got good high heat in that back edge, but as soon as that cover goes on, turns into smoke. So we're essentially hot smoking. That's exactly what I'm going for. Alright, about 15 minutes later, everything should just need a turn. That's looking pretty good. So again, you see right, when I lifted the lid, the flames want to build up again. That's where I like to be for this application. It depends what I'm cooking. And then I'm going to add some more wood. So we should be developing some nice smoky flavor and those nice charred edges. And then once this is cooked and I sauce everything, it should be amazing. So now we should be at the point of saucing. So everything's looking pretty good. Hold the stuff that was towards the front, towards the back. Alright, so now I just kind of make a pile of chicken. And I want to have the least amount of holes in the pile of chicken possible. And this works for me. I'm not saying it's the perfect way to do it. I'm not even saying it's the right way to do it. I'm saying it's the way that I do it. So, some more Korean style sauce. Across the meat. Try to get on the meat, not in the grill. And then just brush and hit all the chicken that you can. Don't worry about the pieces you can't get to. We'll get to those later. But just brush it up. Alright, now that that's all been hit, so while this is sesame chicken, I love this stuff. And it works. So just a little shake of this over top. That gives us some sesame, gives us some nori. Just like that. And we're going to let that, I'm going to cover it back up and let it sit for like 2 minutes. At this point, we should be able to flip everything. Oh yeah, that's looking good. The sesame seeds help identify what you have and haven't flipped yet as well. Don't want to lose those. Those little pieces that fall off, those are delicious. And then same thing. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to sauce it, I'm going to brush it, and I'm going to sprinkle on the rice seasoning. Everything's reapplied. Going to cover this up, give it about 5 to 10 minutes. So I just pulled the lid back off. This is looking basically perfect. Throw everything around a little bit more. That helps with the coating. Verifying the doneness based on feel. Everything feels good. So yeah, this is all ready to pull. Alright, so now you gotta let this rest. It takes about 10 minutes. Just leave it just like this. If it was a bigger piece of meat, you know, I'd cover it and everything, but given it's just a big old pile of chicken, just let it rest just like this for about 10 minutes. So now it's rested, so now we just cut it into bite-sized pieces. So now that that's all sliced up, I'm going to dust over the top of it with some more sesame seeds. And I'm just going to mix it by hand. This ensures even coating of the barbecue sauce. It's getting the sesame seeds everywhere. Just give it a good stir. There we go. That's Korean barbecue sesame chicken over rice. Hope you enjoyed the process. If I use anything you're interested in, please use the links provided in the description below. That helps me out. And I hope you enjoyed. So like I said, this is very, very different from everything I do. So let me know in the comments if you like it or don't like it. But either way, thanks for watching. See you next time.